What is up, gang? Kaius here. Devlogs have been late, you might have noticed, because a few reasons. One, we just had Christmas, and that took most of my time. And then after that, I got sick, as you might be able to tell by my voice. And I've been sick over the new year. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get to a proper devlog this month either. I'll just kind of let you know on what I've been up to for the game. So the main thing is I finished the trigger pass for Chapter 4. That puts the trigger passes about halfway done. Not quite, but almost. So that means I need to start on Chapter 5 now. Chapter 5 has no maps done for it. So that's going to be quite a bit of work. Then next is Chapter 6, which has about half the maps done, but still needs about another half. Then 7, which has none of the maps done. Then 8, which has, I think, most of it done. And then 9, which has not much done, but that's the end, so there's not as much. So I'm making progress. The most significant thing is that after finishing the trigger pass for Chapter 4, I've started experimenting with using Lua. Now, Lua is a scripting language that apparently maps closely to C++, but I have been using it to C primarily because it seemed to be a very good method for not only engine agnostic script and data writing, but also for modding, because mod support is something I really want to have available in my games. Go away, Java. So I have been spending a lot of time seeing if I can implement Lua scripting into the game without adding too much more development time or without redoing too much of the code. And I have had to redo some to make it work, but the results have actually been quite good because I've been able to implement data fairly quickly, implement scripting actually a lot faster, and the way it is all laid out, I think is just a lot easier, both on just the scripting side, but also on how I implement it in Blueprint or in Unreal. So I'm going to be spending a fair bit of time working more on Lua coding, or on getting that working with the game and the scripting. In fact, let me go ahead and show you. So here, sorry you can't really see it because of the glare, but this is kind of what the Lua code for the game is. So this is kind of the way the flow for the prologue. Oh, terrible autofocus. For the prologue is, and what's nice is I'm a little bit more flexible on how I can write this. So I have the code for the actual quest data. I can also implement the code for the different enemies unique to this quest. As well as encounters, and they all get stored. I can store them in one file pretty easily. I'm not going to go over all of how Lua works. It's worth looking up on your own time. It's a pretty great system. I'm implementing this into the game using a plugin called Lua Machine, and so that is making things go fairly smoothly. And yeah, I got the data for the games. I got items. I can store all sorts of stuff in a single file. That's kind of what it looks like. Yeah. And while it's not as pretty as doing it all myself, it's definitely a lot more flexible. And I think has allowed me to actually, I've been able to recreate a lot of the work I've already done in a much faster and neater way. And I've been able to even get some pre-production work on some other projects done very, very quickly. So, yep, I'm quite looking forward to using this over the next year and seeing where it takes me. I really wish I had more stuff to show. Obviously, I was not planning on being ill over the new year, and unfortunately, I don't know when it'll let up. But with that said, just want to let you guys know I am still working, and of course, to everyone who's followed me so far, I'm very grateful. Man, I don't know what to say. Like the fact that I have such an audience, because I do, even though I don't have the biggest subscriber count, I do have a lot of people I've noticed who will always come watch my stuff and really enjoy it, and just having that dedicated audience more than having a massive audience is something I really appreciate. So as far as devlog shoutouts go, honestly, there were just a lot of devlogs this past month, and a lot of them did pretty well. A lot of number ones, people getting started. It's always exciting to see more people getting into game development and locking their journey. So, had trouble finding a good one though, because they all have a lot more views than I get. So, two I'm gonna go with this time are Velkin by Abada Games, which is sort of like an open world Zelda-like, and Deathtide by Deathtide, which looks like more of a Diablo style action RPG. So links to those will be in the description, and be sure to go and give them a look. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. Really hoping to have a lot more progress on this game done this year. I don't want to have you guys waiting 7 years to play this game. I want to have it done in a reasonable amount of time, and I think I have some ideas of how I might do that, but we'll have to see how the year pans out. So once again, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next time.